What will you do when 60 to 80% of today's jobs disappear due to AI? This process has already begun, as I've shown in recent episodes. What can you do now to future-proof yourself? What advice can you give your children and friends? How can you support your employees? This is about you personally, but it's also about your business. And let's get started right away. Here is your personal roadmap for your future in 13 concrete tasks. Focus on working directly with people. If AI can do all cognitive work faster, better, safer, and cheaper in the future, and if robots can do physical tasks so much better than humans, what will be left to do for us humans? And for you? Smart strategists focus on doing only what the competition cannot do. And there is only one thing that AI and robotics will never be capable of: being human. And who will care about that? Obviously, other people. So our job as human beings will be primarily where you have a direct impact on other people. We will be freed and relieved of work that machines can do as well. In return, we can care for each other much more intensively. And there is an unimaginable number of people who would be very grateful if you devoted more time and attention to them. Incidentally, that's why I believe that our lives might be much more humane in the future than they are today. Train your excellence as a human being. We will work less with and for machines and much more with and on people. This will increase the demands and expectations that your clients have of you as a human being. They will choose excellent people as partners and suppliers. They want to work with people they can rely on. People who are pleasant and inspiring to work with, people who are emotionally intelligent, people who can think logically, who act ethically, people who are creative and entrepreneurial. These are universally useful qualities and skills that will benefit you throughout your life in a wide variety of roles and tasks. Train yourself in these skills and qualities. You can find a video of mine on this topic linked in the description. Focus on delivering emotional impact. There is a trivial truth in business that most companies ignore, even the big and professional ones. People don't pay for a product or a service. They only pay for the impact they want to achieve. And such impacts are always judged emotionally, either entirely or at least in part. A simple example: we all enjoy the emotions that music evokes. In the past, we bought records and cassettes for this purpose, then CDs, then MP3 files. And today, we pay for a streaming subscription to Spotify or Apple. We are virtually renting a database. The product has been disrupted several times. It has been replaced by a totally different one. But the effect we really buy, namely the emotions evoked by music, has not changed. And this is true in virtually all cases. The emotional effects that people buy are practically eternal. They hardly change and almost never disappear. If you focus on creating emotional effects for people, regardless of a specific solution, which is product or service, you future-proof yourself against disruptions. Determine your mission for the benefit of a customer group and of society. People tell you all the time that you should follow your passion. That's about half true. It's more important to focus on creating a specific value, a specific effect for a specific target group, for real people. That's your mission. That's what you should be passionate about. Do you want to cure or prevent prostate cancer? Do you want to enable non-digital natives to compose their own music? Do you want to maximize the energy efficiency of bakeries or increase the hotel occupancy rates? There are 5 elements to a professional mission. Here are 3 of them. Your target customer group. Who do you want to work for? Which specific people do you want to benefit from your work? These could be colleagues in your company or traditionally external customers and clients. Our example at Future Management Group, we work for business leaders of private companies whose convictions on long-term and strategic thinking are compatible with ours. Your impact promise. See my previous recommendation. What impact do you promise your target group? What problem do you solve? What desire do you fulfill? Our impact promise is to make our client's company more future-proof. And 3, the societal benefit. How is your work useful to society as a whole? Some call this the purpose, but I simply see it as a part of a well-crafted mission. For us, the societal benefit is that companies managed in a future-smart way are more successful and more future-proof, which builds and secures prosperity and quality of life. Can you have multiple missions? In principle, yes, but it would be better to have a single mission, because otherwise you would spread your energies thin across multiple business areas. Determine your unique combination of skills and your unique benefit. No matter which mission you choose, there are certainly other people and companies pursuing the same mission. That's why you need to have a unique offering from the perspective of your clients and customers. This is called positioning or differentiation. Your life path is unique in the world. Only you have this exact combination of experiences and skills. Do you speak a rare language? Do you have a special hobby? Do you have a second profession, even a rare disease? List these special characteristics, ask friends and colleagues how they see you. Then incorporate these characteristics and skills into your unique definition of your mission. Then you will offer your clients an absolutely unique value proposition. Become masterful in the use of AI. Yes, everyone is using ChatGPT now, and everyone is also Excel or Google Sheets. Most people use basic arithmetic in simple spreadsheets, and then there are Excel users who can perform real miracles with it. That's how good you need to become as an AI user. You won't be able to fulfill your mission and your work at a high level if you only use AI in an amateurish way. You don't have to become an AI expert, but you do have to, and I say this so affirmatively on purpose, you must become a truly proficient user of AI systems. You need to master everything that can help you fulfill your mission excellently and highly productively, even if you have employees or freelancers to do it for you. At the very least, you need to be very proficient in the general systems, so ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Grok, and so on. One of them really perfectly, and the second one so you can check the results of the first one. If you want to work with customer data in a legally compliant manner and exploit even more potential, work with a platform such as Azure AI Foundry from Microsoft. All major providers offer really good AI courses free of charge. I've provided links to those in the description. Integrate all of your specialized knowledge into your AI systems as a data grounding. Most providers of AI systems allow you to feed the bots and agents with your own data so that they can support your task with a high degree of accuracy. Ideally, you would be able to upload your brain into your AI systems. Even better would be to upload the brains of everyone on your team. Then they would be perfect. But since that's not possible, or at least not yet, you have to rely on data, on files that contain your knowledge. Collect everything. Theses for bachelor's and master's degrees, concepts, presentations, strategies, contacts, databases, transcripts, and notes. Everything that reflects your knowledge and experience. If you work with Notion, you can use your entire workspace as a database. Be and become obsessed with replicating your skills in AI systems. This is an immeasurable asset. It makes you extremely productive and creative, and it sounds like you. You save time and you deliver more useful solutions of a better quality. Convert your income scheme from time for money to impact for money. As an employee, you are probably paid by time. Every month, you receive a salary for your efforts. As a freelancer, you probably charge daily or hourly rates. This will no longer work in an economy dominated by AI and robotics. Remember, neither your customers nor your employer really pay for your time. They don't need it. They want the fruits of your labor, or in other words, the impact. They only pay by the hour, day, or month because the impact is harder to measure, or because they make much more money that way. With time-based pay, the slow ones get more, and the productive ones get relatively less. That's unnatural and simply wrong. If the best people can do the job much faster with AI, or offer much more value in the same amount of time, you should definitely not accept to be paid by the hour. Ask your AI bot to explain to you the concept of productized service. In short, a described result is offered and delivered for a fixed fee. Don't have one employer, but several or many clients. The implication of AI and robotics will be that over the next 10 to 15 years, 60 to 80% of today's tasks will no longer be performed by humans. Yes, there will be new tasks, but they too will be supported by AI to the maximum extent possible. This will lead to a dramatic change. Today, over 90% of people have jobs. They are dependent employees. This has served us very well for over 200 years, but if the number of traditional jobs declines in an AI and robotics economy, this economic system can no longer survive. Being employed has always meant being an entrepreneur with just one client. With a fair employer, this is not a problem, but many only look at their profits and are quick to make layoffs. It has always been an illusion that employment is more secure in the long term than self-employment. To make yourself future-proof, you need to have several clients rather than just one employer. Become a strategist and architect in your discipline. If you only carry out instructions and execute processes, you are more likely to be replaced by AI. If you develop strategies and make decisions, you are more likely to be needed. Imagine a team of programmers as a pyramid. This is to represent most types of teams. At the top, or at the front, are the software strategists and software architects. They determine the team's tasks and goals. They talk to the customers and clients. They have the master plan for the software. They assign the tasks. At the bottom, or at the back, are the programmers, who work alone at their computers to translate the defined functionalities into code. But coding platforms such as Replit, Lovable, or Cursor can already do this much faster and cheaper, and soon they will be able to do it even perfectly. If the team produces the same amount of code in the future, they will need significantly fewer employees. If the team is to be maintained with the same number of members, they will have to produce more useful code and find clients who are willing to pay for it. In other words, they will have to grow, not in terms of headcount, but in terms of output, simply to maintain revenue and their income. But not all teams will manage to grow, simply because demand is not infinite by nature. Therefore, there will be less need for coders who only produce functionally pre-designed code. However, code strategists and architects will still be needed and will continue to thrive in the future. In addition, working with and on people, the second important role and type of future work is that of strategist, architect, or director. They are the ones who will continue to assign people to perform tasks in the future, but they will increasingly and intensively develop, deploy, and control AI agents. Therefore, become a strategist, architect, or director as soon as possible. If this is not possible in your current team, start your own team so that you are at the top or at the front right away, provided you have the necessary skills, of course. Make yourself well known to potential clients in your specific market. If no one knows about you, they can't hire you, obviously. The more specialized and smaller your target group is, the easier it will be for you. Then you can address your potential customers directly, for example, via LinkedIn. If your target customer group is very large, it's best to become a specialist authority on social media. This is mainly LinkedIn, X, or Substack, for example. Your network of target customers and referrers is a central part of your social capital. Minimize your required income from work. The strategies I recommended so far will put you in a good position from which you are likely to earn a good income in the future, even in an AI and robotics economy. However, the transition could be so radical and so fast that I strongly recommend that you build an additional safety factor. In an ideal situation, you would hardly be dependent on income from work at all. Which group of people is the only one without any fear for their income in an AI and robotics economy? It's the owners or shareholders of companies that will benefit greatly from the AI and robotics economy. Put yourself in this position as far as possible and as quickly as possible by building up ownership of productive and profitable assets. Invest in shares of such companies. I know, this is not easy. I cannot give specific investment recommendations here. But what I can recommend, and have to recommend, is to make investment your hobby, or even better, part of your professional work. Your second move should be to either reduce your living expenses as a precautionary measure, or put yourself in a position to reduce them significantly when necessary. If your income is always completely earmarked and used up, which is unfortunately the case for most people, then do everything you can to reduce your regular obligations so that you have at least 20% of your income freely available. The more, the better. Either for investing or to cope with the loss of income easily and quickly. Get involved in politics to future-proof our economic system. The transformation of our working world and our economic system is a societal and therefore political task and endeavor. Virtually no politician talks openly about this. Either they are clueless, which would be bad enough, or they don't want to say anything unpleasant. Unfortunately, we voters, we tend to make very short-sighted decisions and vote out those who demand major changes from us. But these changes will be necessary. You can make a big difference for yourself, your family, and your friends with the recommended strategies. If everyone would implement them, we would master the transformation even without any politicians. However, not everyone will transform in time. Of course not. Because we humans, we live too much in the here and now. If it is important to you, and if you can tolerate the at times horrific political power games, then get involved in politics so that we have a chance of the political actors making future intelligent decisions in time. Now what? In the long run, we will all live in abundance. I'm quite sure of that. But the years until then will be challenging. Fear of the future will not help. Only joy for the future will help to succeed. This was your roadmap with strategies to make your career and yourself more future-proof. If you want to make your business, your company more future-proof, write to me and let's have a talk. We have been developing and implementing future strategies for almost 35 years for the most successful companies on earth, but also for small and medium-sized businesses. You can find interviews with our clients on our website as videos. And become a member of our Bright Future Leaders community for in-depth inspiration, for guidance and tools, all for free. Links are in the description and in the first comment. And by the way, here you can find the playlist on work and income in an AI and robotics economy. Have a bright future.
Become a member of the Bright Future Leaders now and receive knowledge and methods for your future strategy, completely for free.